got the pleasure of visiting Jasjit in her kitchen, and we're going to do a delicious pumpkin curry. Almost, it could be a squash curry. Again, everything's so readily available. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much,
This looks incredible, and it smells great for the viewers. As I walked in, you're going to take us through again this recipe.
Absolutely. And you know, it's a fall tradition, squash, butternut squash, pumpkin, I think, and that's why it's kind of a good idea to just get into it and tell people how to make a delicious, delicious curry at home. Now, just to start the curry, it's very simple. Now, the first step is for the pumpkin or the butternut squash. If you're using fresh, you want to peel it, boil it a little bit just for about 3 to 4 minutes so that it's soft, and then you cut them into cubes. Now, also to avoid that step, just if it's kind of like we want to curry in a hurry, right? So then we want to eliminate that step. You can also use the frozen butternut squash.
And again, with people, it's such a rush, so busy with their own lifestyles now.
So then they can do it. But otherwise, I have the one which is cubed here already. And over here in our pan, I'm just starting with some clarified butter. Now, clarified butter itself, it's actually...
I thought it was honey at first in that chart.
Yeah, just like that, right? Just all the color and the way it's been. It's actually pure form of butter fat. So rather than using butter, I'm using this. This has more flavor in it, and absolutely just makes the dish delicious.
So you've got your custom spices. You do these up for clients as well.
Absolutely. If people contact me, I can design the spice box according to their need, whatever spices they need. Otherwise, I do sell my own blends. I have garam masala, tandoori masala, as well as the chai masala, which is my own blend. So that's always included in the spice box. And over here, as we just added the fenugreek seeds in there, we will be adding our onions.
And you've got it on a high heat here.
On a high heat, because we just want the cooking process to start with the onions so that they are just nicely browned and caramelized as well. As it's changing color, you can see there, right? We will be adding our little bit of fresh ginger and fresh garlic. Now you see this whole lot of garlic and ginger. Again, it's a key. When you are trying to prepare the curries, you don't want to start all over again with ginger garlic paste and the onions all the time. So I would advise everybody, whosoever is planning to make curries, try to do a little bit of prep work in advance, and that will make it very easy for your job to just put everything
quickly add it together.
Quickly, that's right. As a fall tradition, we have a lot of fresh tomatoes available to us, so we'll make the best use of it.
Now, Jasjit, do you recommend keeping the tomatoes at room temperature or popping them in the fridge? Is that probably the worst?
Well, you know what? I try to always have it at the room temperature because I think that there's a lot of flavor and it just gets more flavorful, more it sits there. But you don't want to really take them to the stage where they are, you know what, they're ripen enough. So try to use them and then try to go for get a fresh new batch of it. We'll start to just spice it up. You can see tomatoes are nice and shiny, so we're just adding some salt, turmeric for nice color and flavor, as well red chili powder just to add. Do you like spicy, Kelly?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I won't make it too spicy, so just a little bit of red chili and then cumin seeds go in, and then just garam masala. Now this garam masala is, you know what it is, Kelly? It's actually, garam means hot, masala means spice. Now hot spice, but what it is, it's not the hot spice which will burn your tongue. It's the spice where very expensive ingredients goes in to make that, and those spices are cardamoms. We use black cardamom, green cardamom, cinnamon.
So Jasjit, now we're going to be adding some fresh spices. We've got some cilantro.
That's right, cilantro.
I always, again, it's cilantro or cilantro? I always call it, I hear both, cilantro.
Cilantro and coriander, it's the same thing. So sometimes it's like if you just hear the word cilantro, that means it's coriander, fresh coriander. So we can just see the color, it's all nicely blended. We give it about 5 to 10 minutes just so that we have blend it really nicely and the flavor gets into the butternut squash or pumpkin. And then you want to just garnish it as well a little bit with your cilantro, and also not to miss, very important spice in this. This is actually dried fenugreek leaves. Remember we added these first, that was the seeds.
And that had the bitter taste that we blended with the onion.
Same thing, this has a little bitterness, but this actually adds more flavor, depth to the dish. So always at the finishing touch if you want to add, and then again, I don't know, the butter chicken, everybody loves butter chicken, right? Yes. This is the key spice for butter chicken.
Oh, okay, so when we're setting up our little tin of our spices, we definitely have that included into one of the ones you should ask for.
Yes. And you know what, Kelly, the best thing about the food, especially making with the curries, and I always encourage and I always tell it to my class as well, we added all our spices, but then there's touch of love in here as well. So that makes it perfect.
That's perfect.
Right, and over here we have some yogurt. Again, as I said, it can be turned into seasoned yogurt.
And you make your own, but you can buy just store-bought plain yogurt? Okay.
That's right. You can buy the store-bought one as well. You can add different things into this, but as I said, there's different techniques you can have: cucumber, tomatoes, onions, or even add extra tempering, salt and pepper, anything in there. But right now we already have all the nice spices there. So the way we're going to serve is with our pumpkin, our yogurt, and our naan bread.
And again, one pan, delicious meal, and look how fast that was. Oh, I'm so glad we came into the kitchen today. And we're going to be back again with some more recipes, but I just wanted to thank you so much for letting us come and learn about this curry today.